Oh, see, I've never played Warhammer, neither Fantasy or 40k tabletop. The closest I've ever gotten to it was playing some Blood Bowl. That was it. It was just, I don't know, I hung out with lots of people who did. It just, at the time, I think my interests were more, D&D, Magic the Gathering, that sort of thing. Never quite got around to it. Yeah, so this game here is in the Warhammer 40k universe and deals with all the space fleet combat. It's got a few different campaigns going on. I've just loaded up the early Imperium campaign, still very early on in it. We're just going to do one example combat over here to give people a little bit of sense of what's what. Hopefully the volumes are tuned okay. We do have it is nice, unlike this weekend playing the Vampire game, we do have separate volume controls for different stuff. So we got that, video controls, graphic presets, epic. Sounds good to me. The one thing I gotta say about this game is every time I load it up, it loads up on my wrong monitor in like a really wonky configuration because I've got the monitor set tall. So I gotta like make it windowed, move it over here, embiggen it again. It's my one little thing over there. This is still an early like pre-release. Technically this is one of the betas that I'm playing on. So, some things may be different between now and release. I think I noticed a couple of things in some of the tooltips that were a little bit wonky, and I believe the Tyranid campaign is not available in this beta currently, but we'll get a little bit of a glance at things. This beta or preview for testing? I don't know. I think it's one and the same. Like I got sent a preview for testing, but I'm pretty sure it's just the beta. So we'll do that. Maybe there was another code I was supposed to put in a different mode, but I don't think so. I'm not sure. I remember that the match between you and TB was amazing. Good memories, man. I missed that guy. Yeah, me too. So I played Blood Bowl tabletop a couple of times, barely. Really, my introduction was the Blood Bowl tournament, the two of them that Krendor, Total Biscuit, Dodger. Oh, I can't remember all the people that were involved in the two of them, but that was just fantastic, stupendous fun, and yeah. But we're here to do this. Okay, so. I don't know, in depth much about the game. So this is just going to be a general overview of like what is this game? What's the deal? So it's got this sort of galactic map mode. We've got some star systems and things to control in this particular campaign. Little things. I control some of them, and these guys over here, these traders, control some of the others. In particular, in some of the prologue stuff, terrible things happen to Cadia over here, which is one of our big capital cities. Capital cities, capital planet kind of thing. The most vital of all the Empyrean's many fortress worlds fell at the close of the 13th Black Crusade. And we're going to be doing a battle to reclaim this. So I've got, in this particular campaign, I start off with one of the systems here. I've gone and expanded a little bit. We've got resources that come in per turn. Your various fleets that can be scattered all over here. You can add new ships. There's a ton of different ships to add in. This actually isn't a very good example because it doesn't give us the full set of available ships. If I use this one over here, there we go. So we've got escort class, light cruisers, battle cruisers, Grand Cruisers, I think, is what they call them. I think it's something like that. And then all the way to battleships over here. Lots of different ships, different unique abilities. You can see various different stats and things available there. So a nice variety of different stuff. Escort ships, I think you're limited to when you've got a battleship, you have 3 per. I think if you mouse over here, yeah, 1 per light cruiser, 2 per cruiser / battle cruiser, 3 per grand cruiser / battleship over here. Grand cruisers, yeah. Losing Cadia just gives Quill a reason to go to war. I mean, really, in the Warhammer universe, does anyone really need a reason to go to war? There's just war all the time. One of my favorite little fan theories about... Hey, it's Looncall! Thank you very much! Starting a new job tomorrow, so here's sharing the celebration with you. Well, thank you very much, Looncall, and congratulations. Hope it's a fun and awesome job and you have a great time. There's nothing better in life than having a job that satisfies you, so I wish you the best there. I was saying, my favorite fan theory that I saw about the Warhammer universe. For those of you who don't know, orcs in Warhammer are like super duper mega psychic. The only reason any of their stuff works is because they believe it works. They like to paint their spaceships red because red ones go faster, obviously. And it does, because they believe it does, it does. It's like, it's a crazy thing. And I like the idea that, like, because orcs think there should be war all the time, the galaxy's at war all the time, it's like orcs control everything. I kind of like that kind of concept. Peace is heretical. There's so many, like, sayings and memes and things in the Warhammer universe. I really do have to, read some of the books and things and really get into the lore properly, because I know it's, like, rich and deep and really excellent. Yellow explodes better for orcs too. Nice. I like that, like, orcs, like, their spaceships, they have to be able to, like, roll down the window so they can shoot out of it. It just, like, makes no sense. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, so the different systems in here do have different traits. We can go and click on these various points of interest, like the Deimos Binary, the Asteroid Field. Different things will do different stuff. We've got shipyards over here. The Deimos Binary has these different attributes. Forge World, Resource Station, Adeptus, Mechanus Enclave. So, this gives us faster leaders, turn, strategic position, lets you build a space station which is reach level 3. Forge World gives us resources. You can level up these various stations over here. There's not much building. Like, the Empire sort of building side of things is pretty minimalistic, right? You control territory. The point of it is mostly to get into the space battles. So let's go ahead and dive into one of those first, just to look at the rest of the overview. We've got a renown panel over here, which does have these renown points that let you unlock some more things. So, I mean, there's a fair number of things going on. Well, let's go into the battle over here. I've got 2 fleets available. I'm actually limited in this system. Normally, you can have, each side can have 3 fleets per system, but they have built some mines, a minefield, which prevents me from deploying a 3rd fleet. So 2 fleets is all I can do in this system. My fleets have a strength of 288 and 177, versus their fleets of 251, 143. Is it gonna go fine? I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and launch the battle over here. So Chaos currently controls the battlefield. Your leadership score here is the maximum fleet value that can be involved in the same time the battlefield. So if my total fleet strength was over 600, I wouldn't allow it to bring it. Well, I'd be allowed to bring it, but some of them would come in as reinforcements instead. But I'm well below that. There are system defenses here. These are grayed out, so maybe they're not present. So we'll cross our fingers it works. You can auto battle if you're just interested in the strategic layer. But again, to me, the strategic layer seems a little soft, like a little minimalistic. There's not that much going on. So I think if you're not playing it for the regular battles, what's the point? I suppose if you just moved into a system and you've got like a fleet force of like 1,000 and they've got like 1 scout ship, then maybe you'll just hit auto battle. So we'll go ahead and launch this bad boy. It's possible that there will be a cutscene here because of the campaign. There was a couple of things as I was roaming on. There you go, cutscene. I'll be shush. There's no talking. Maybe that's just a loading screen. Never mind, just a loading screen. Okay, so there's like a maximum sort of zoom out over here, which this is it. I kind of wish I could zoom out a little bit more to get a full sense of the battlefield. You can go at a bit of an angle. There's partial vision, so well, we're still in the deployment phase, so we wouldn't really be able to see everyone anyway. But you've got to imagine that these distances are really far apart, so you need to be within sensor range before you can really spot things. So we've got a couple of capital ships here, and then a large variety of little escort ships over here. All ships have different like weapons and different skills that might be available.
Whiskey and chocolate.
It's whiskey and chocolate from Prevalent. Hey, Prevalent. Remember this, Quill. Kadia broke before the guard did. For the Emperor! Quill's Imperial Navy looked like his second fleet was Admech. Yeah, so there are, at least in the beta, it showed 3 different campaigns, although only the first 2 are available. So it's the Imperium, the Necros type fleet, I guess is what it is, and the third one is the Tyranids. The Tyranids weren't available in the beta. And again, it does say work in progress over here, so they're definitely still working on it. On this particular battlefield, we've got 2 ways to win. One, we can obliterate the entire enemy fleet, and the other thing is we can earn points by controlling these areas of strategic interest. So you move some ships in there, you claim the area, you start to accrue points over time. Gas fields like this can give you stealth abilities, basically. Asteroid fields can also let you stealth in. So if you hold Alt, you can actually like see these areas lit up a little bit more. If you double tap Alt, it'll keep them up. So I will do that just to make things clearer. So you can also be sort of hidden inside of an asteroid field as well, although you take damage over time while you're in there. I think, assuming everything's okay, your shields will more or less soak that. But it'll be that. I think I can probably just ready up here. That's going to be okay. You do have speed controls in the battle. Like, it is real time, but with speed controls, the ability to pause it, everything should be okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to ready up. You can see the points we need to earn, and there are all these control points. I guess hitting space changes to slow-mo mode. I hadn't actually realized that. I'm going to start. I'm going to go and move everyone up here to start off with, and then my little ships here. We're going to go, and I'm going to grab. Actually, I might just grab everyone. Let me put everyone in one control group for a while. I'm going to go and tell us to go into run silent. If we do that, we're now going to be stealth. We can change our stance every so often. This means that as long as we're not, we haven't actually been sort of scanned or too close to things, and that we're not shooting, we are stealth. So we'll be invisible to enemies. I mean, we're far enough away that it's probably fine anyway. I'm going to go ahead and hit the all ahead full. Actually, let me divert a little bit here. I'm going to send a couple of these guys over here. But there you go. Other than that, I'm going to hit all ahead full. So everyone's going to go and hit... Oh, I guess it breaks stealth. So they can see my little dots now, but that's okay. Just to get an extra speed boost so that we can get to these sites and start claiming them. Looks like someone's starting to claim some stuff over there. We can see a couple of blips on our long-distance radar off in the distance. Hopefully the sound's okay. Do the dance stance. If we pause, we can look at the stance. Oh, my head's kind of in the way. I think it might be better. Let me put me like somewhere like here. I think that's going to be okay. So I don't cover anything up. Although, then I'm going to cover up tooltips. Let me do that. I don't usually put myself on this side of the screen because I tend to be looking the wrong way, but that's okay. So the stance is depending on what ships you have. Yeah, so actually, this big one here, the Cruiser Lunar, can't do stealth. Someone was just pointing that out. We've got our light cruiser over here, which can do stealth mode, and then all of our little escorts, as far as I know, they all have the ability to run science. So this big guy just can't do it. He's too big. So your three stances available. There's brace for impact, so you take less damage. There's lock on, so you have more range and more accuracy, and reload, where you can fire a lot faster. As far as I know, none of these stances have a downside. So you may as well be in one. I guess the only downside is that there is a cooldown period between changing them. But I think I'm going to preemptively go and tell my big cruiser here to switch to maybe the lock-on stance, so it'll be able to engage with longer range. We can pull up the card of the unit over here and get some more information, including its rank. Crews do get experience points and level up throughout battle, so you really want your ships to survive between battles as much as possible. We can see its armaments here. Well, this is an upgrade. Short burn torpedoes. Speed of torpedoes increased by 50%. That's really good. We got a plasma reactor for a power, dedicated, average troop efficiency, brutal strike over here, 10% chance to deal additional troop damage, and the spur ability. This is also my flagship over here. If this flagship gets destroyed, it will impact the morale of everyone pretty heavily. Actually, I think both of these count as flagships because these are two separate fleets. So there's two separate fleet flagships over here, which is good because they'll both have the ability to rally troops if need be. We can also look at the weapons. So we've got torpedo launchers over here. I got macro battery weapons, and you can see that they are clearly sort of broadside attacks. And over here we've got a macro turret, which is actually the full forward arc. The torpedoes are a little bit different. You can see they actually fire forward. You can see the little blue lines that show up. So, and they actually have a travel time. I have to manually hit this weapon, and you can see the blue line showing up again. Probably if I select this guy, we can see, there we go. Big salvo of torpedoes, either regular torpedoes or Melta torpedoes. And you do have to sort of you eyeball them. They're fire and forget. They go in a straight line. They have a travel time. You're manually sort of like turning the ship and firing torpedoes, which is all very exciting. I think the other thing I'm going to do is, well, I guess I'll wait, but I will turn on the auto engagement mode later on so that the ships can basically micro themselves in battle. So these guys are burning over there. I guess it's going to be okay. We'll go back to full speed over here. You also have a Space Marine subfleet.
Ship ready.
Well, we've got these assault groups. Is that what you mean? I've got the micro jump on this ship, which is really handy as well.
Spirit appeased.
I can go and throw these auger probes, which are really nice. Are they throwing their fighters at me? I think they are.
Area.
That's interesting. I think these are little fighter ships that are coming straight for me, little bombers, which is okay because I have. Never mind, I have no bombers. Or no fighters, because I was going to deploy my my escorts, my anti-bomber fleets, but I guess that's not going to be the case. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use my plasma bomb here. So it's got 10 seconds time before it explodes, but we're going to try to sort of lead this over here.
We wait your command.
And see if we can just blow these guys up. We're in the capture area over here. Ships auto fire at things that are within range. There you go. Turn on auto engagement mode. All right. The problem with these bombers, they actually ignore shields. They do direct hull damage. Oh, we lost one of the turrets on our ship over here. Fighters are immune to bombs. Right. Thank you very much for pointing that out.
Strategic area.
Dang. Okay, you guys are still working your way over. Your engines are, there we go, fully reloaded. So we'll give you a boost over here. That's going to be fine. We've captured this area. We're going to go and capture this area here and then look for an engagement.
Enemy sighted.
They might be coming straight for me, or they might be coming here. I'm not sure. I'm going to click and drag to force a certain formation, although that's not actually the formation that's going to help us too much if we're going for broadsides here. Let's go and give a speed boost so we can get in there first, although most likely it's just going to park it. I'm going to leave one ship there to slowly capture that, and I'm going to move everyone else up here, and that's going to be okay. We're going to plasma bomb there, if at all possible. And I'm going to turn and do some broadsides. Now, what I can do, the ships are on a certain amount of auto behavior. Let's make sure that everyone is on the reload stance, so we'll fire as aggressively as possible. Although, if anyone's taking damage, that's an enemy ship over here. If any of my ships were taking damage, oh, this one over here is. So I'm going to put you on brace for impact, so you'll take less damage. And then for everyone else, I'm just going to issue the reload stance so that we're firing a little bit more quickly. And the other thing I'm going to do, because the ships are going to be fighting somewhat on autopilot, is I'm going to set priority targets. So this is going to be priority number 1 over here. And priority 2 will go for this big ship there, and the rest default to priority 3. This ship over here, I'm also going to target, I think the generators. No, but what the hell? We'll target the weaponry first, so we take a little bit less damage.
Your orders?
We'll keep going on normal speed. Quill's escort selection basically used. That's possible. I literally just chose one of every type of escort, not really knowing what they would do. Scanner's here to spot things.
We serve.
Got some self-repairability. Actually, I'll do that because this ship's got some fire going on. When the shields drop, let's make sure we're staying in the circle too, because I think they're going to try to recapture this. When the shields on a ship drop, actually this one they're quite low. Let's focus fire on this bad boy.
Engaging.
We can go and do some boarding actions. There we go.
Impossible, Admiral.
We'll use some lightning strikes. Oh, the shields may have just started to come up again. No, I think some landed. So when your troops arrive on a ship, they do a lot of internal damage to it. So it's quite nice. Oh, here we go. We've got some more people that have dropped. But we got nothing going on. Let's try to control the main ship here. Can I possibly get off a torpedo volley that doesn't kill the rest of my dudes? Well, let's give it a try. Let's move you out of the way. I'm using the quick turn ability over here and firing torpedoes. And trying to wail on these guys.
Engaging engines.
There you go. You can ram people. Oh, I guess I did have a ship in there. He's fine. Use your ships as torpedoes. And that's the thing, when you've got the speed boost, we should show one off. Who we're going to sacrifice? You! Congratulations. The Emperor has decided to have you die in glorious sacrifice. Just going to pull back a little. And I'm going to line up over here.
Seized a strategic area.
So they're capturing this. They're getting some points right here, but I'm not too concerned.
State your order.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go to ramming speed.
Acknowledged.
And go. Full speed ahead. Come on. Full speed ahead.
Maximum burn.
Boom. So it's not terribly healthy to do that, but you absolutely can.
Acknowledged.
Abaddon uses ram on Cadia. Super effective.
The battle is lost. Optimal course.
Oh,
set.
mutiny. No. We need to do some rallies here. There we go. You mutiny yourself. And torpedoes.
Your orders?
And you're going to do the same thing. Here, do a quick turn for me.
Acquiring a new vector.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
And torpedo. And you guys get the hell out of the way, because you're going to get torpedoed in the face. There you go. Their armor's nearly gone. Is this my number one priority over here? Yeah, it is. Make sure that's continuing to happen. Plasma bomb you over here. Come on, plasma bomb. Okay, plasma bomb may not be required. That worked. Alright, now everyone should be coming in on this guy. Did Quill just ram his own ship? I rammed one of these guys, I think.
Ship ready.
I don't know, I might have rammed my own guy. Yeah, there's a way, actually, if there's a ship mutiny, there is actually a way to execute the mutineers. You lose a third of your crew, but you get your stuff back under control immediately. If we can go ahead and lightning do this guy, because his shields are down, or, well, they were. The shields aren't down very long, are they? Target this guy's generators now. See if we can... Especially, he just lost some more turrets, which is good.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Yeah, that's fine.
Accumulated 25% of strategic
We never did
points.
claim this bad boy over here. Maybe we'll want to do that, but I'm just going to focus on killing people.
We serve.
It's kind of like my Blood Bowl strategy. Why score points when you can just eliminate the entire opposition instead? It just seems better, doesn't it? Suppose we could have these guys stay in here. If I turn off their auto-engagement mode, they'll still fire at nearby targets, but we'll just finish claiming this, and then I'll unleash them again. And someone did go, and they're capturing this point, but that's okay. There we go. We've got this now. I'm going to set you back to auto-engage. You're fairly damaged. Can you repair quickly and try to fix that up for you? Nice.
Utter the canticles of battle.
Try to get some torpedo shots over here.
We wait your command.
Shields are nearly down. We are going to try to lead this shot that way. Come on, baby. Come on. There you go. He's nearly gone.
Target
All ships converge. If I all speed ahead you, will you just crash into... Oh, there we go. Good. And then there's just this little guy over here who doesn't have a whole lot left. He's going to be a pretty easy kill.
Your orders?
So we're making more points than he is, although I think there's still someone over here capturing that. Yeah, they just finished capturing it, but we'll take out, what is this? Raider Idolator? Idolater? That's going to be okay. I like the fact the Plasma Bomb. Oh no, we did use up all the usage to do that. We have a Stasis Bomb we could have used as well. Just slows them down. The Heckbringer is dead. Quill Blood Bowl strategy sounds like a Chaos Dwarf. No one wanted to face them. Yep. I'm sorry, you have some sort of really like pro player with lots of upgrades? Yeah, we're just gonna break both his legs and his neck. And the rest of the body. So yeah, they're accruing more points right now than I am. Because for each one of these you get 1 per second. There you go, the enemy has mutinied. So they're just trying to run. Clearly just finish them off. And I suspect there's just one final ship left over here. Come on.
Coordinates acknowledged.
There we go. Let's get you guys to come on over here.
We are ready to serve.
Is that an enemy ship? Oh, there is still an enemy ship over there.
To serve the
If I full speed you. Is there even someone over here? We can drop some radar scans. No, I guess it was just this guy over here who's now mutinied and done.
Ship ready.
He's also, his shields are, oh, they came back up. Damn it! I gotta be faster. Turn around. Everyone come over here.
Vessel.
You, come over here. I'm gonna turn off your auto engagement. You can go and secure this because you're already there.
Your orders?
But there we go. Take this punk out.
Impossible, Admiral.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
You know, abusing warp, I think, is something that's fairly safe to do in the Warhammer universe. I don't think anything's ever gone bad from accessing the warp.
State your order.
I do wish I had some bomber ships. There you go. These guys are broken. That's probably the last of them.
We wait your command.
Yeah, there we go. GG! Serious questions, Quill Colorblind? Sometimes. Oh! When the shields are blue, they're up. When they're purple, they're down and recharging. Oh! Okay. That explains why they seem to keep going up even though I just hit them. So purple is still down. Okay, alright. Well, that's fine then. Boom. So there you go. An example of a fight. Clearly I don't know what I'm doing, and yet I still won fairly easily. So, I don't know. Maybe some later bits get harder. I have no idea. But hey, we've got the Katia system back under control, and all of the resources that brings. We've also got the level 1 sector control, reduces all factions' threat by 1 in the sector, so there's just less interest, less spawning that's going to happen, apparently, in a lot of these. Now, this might be a little mini-campaign for a beginner thing, I don't know. If I go and do a little save here, G2. and go to the main menu, we can just look at the little options here. Like, there's this battle mode, but I think it is, in fact, just one battle. Yeah, right over here. So factions and sub-factions that you can choose. And there are a lot of different factions here. And again, I don't know exactly what the main game is going to be. And if we go to the campaign mode over here to choose a new campaign. So the prologue, I did that. That was sort of just the intro tutorial kind of thing. Imperium is the one we were just looking at. There's the Necron campaign over here. And then there's the Tyranids, which says it's not available in the beta. What there's going to be in the main fully released game, I actually don't know 100% in details. But we'll see how it goes. So... now execute the people that surrendered the system. Good idea. Oh no, Lola, your sub! Oh no! By the way, subs, just one more reminder, if you're a twitch.tv subscriber, you can join the Discord channel by looking the directions down below in the doobly-doo. I've got, I think, 5 codes for Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. I'm going to be posting them in the Discord channel very shortly. It's going to just be first come, first serve. So if you are a subscriber or you were thinking about subscribing, now's a great time to do it. Do that, and then on Discord, if you look down below, you can link you go into Discord, and you link your Twitch account to your Discord, and then you should be able to join my channel, which is for subscribers only, and I'll be posting codes. We'll give a few minutes for that and see how it goes. Endless Space 2 is a new race in 3 days? Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a cut in here. It's about half an hour. It's about what I expected for this. And then we're going to switch to John Schaefer's At the Gates, which I